Willie D Live.
We've been working with now the mayor of Gary. He was a senator before. What I learned from him is, you could really pass a law. If you write it up right, lobby for it, you could make a change. So I've watched him make changes based on conversations we have. He'll write the shit up, go lobby for it, and come back and diabetes medicine is cheaper. And then, when something works in the state, it goes federal. So what I'm talking about is answers. We know the problems, but in order to actually fix things, you got to get in there and do it yourself. I don't like education. So what we do, my girl writes a book, Dusko Goes to Space. We personally go into the schools and teach the kids how to dream. I don't like the books the kids, they got for my kid, we make our own. I don't like the TV that people watch, so I made my own, America New. Now, I'm going to talk about that. Because I'm assuming this is getting monetized on like YouTube and all that. Do you know how much you make from YouTube? What the split is?
I know exactly what the split is.
What?
Well, I mean, that's my business.
No. Meaning not your business. Meaning you don't know how much YouTube gets for an ad.
Well, let
me just tell you.
No.
So it's $6 billion. Last quarter, YouTube made $6 billion off of content creators. They only paid out $100 million. So that means if they're getting $6,000 worth of ads, they only giving you $100.
Right.
So they never give you an accounting on how much they get on the ad. So the reason why I never looked at YouTube, because I'm like, I'm talking about being smart, but you jerking me. And plus, I don't trust Lyor. Period. Anything he doing, I don't trust. I know what he did with music.
Let me interject real quickly about it, because I definitely had to ask you about Lyor. What in the hell did Lyor do to you? Because I've heard you a few times talk about Lyor. I don't know the man from a whole. It's
not what he did to me. It's what he did to our culture, and what I watched him do to other people.
What specifically? What's the gripe?
He's not from our culture, and he pushes people and monetizes the dysfunction of our culture, and he doesn't teach us how to actually make a certain kind of money and keep it in ownership. He teaches us to work for him. He robs us. I've watched him do it. So when we first started to work with Lyor, and he broke up Rockefeller, to me, it was definitely, I'm not going to say that it's another man just got made to do something, but he was the one that would always give someone that option.
Was Russell there at the time?
No, well, Russell, that's another thing. I didn't like the way he treated Russell. I thought he robbed Russell.
They weren't equal?
Well, what happened was after they sold the company that Russell brought, they hired Lyor. So then Lyor didn't own Def Jam, but he still ran it. He worked for Universal. So I would watch Russell come in with a project, and it would be like Lyor would have him waiting in the lobby and shit like that.
Lyor made Russell Simmons wait in the lobby?
Not like that, but meaning they wouldn't just give him a deal. They weren't fairly treated, and that's Russell's business, so I don't want to get into that. But I could just tell you, I'd be sitting in the club with Russell and Lyor, and I'd be like, why you mess with him, man? He just so disrespectful to you. Like, why you even... And I'd be in this... And he'd be like, chill, I don't deal with things that way. Well, I'm going to deal with it for you. Like I said, I used to take it personal. I was in the... You remember when his appendix exploded? Mm-hmm. I was at the hospital. I didn't know his mother was in there. And she said some real foul... I mean, it was so racist, I couldn't believe it. Like, you better get your mother. Like one of those. Because she didn't really understand I was in the room. So she said, I forgot.
What she said?
It was some nigga shit. Put it like that. It was something that I was like, she was like, yeah, she just old or whatever. I was like, you wildin'. Like, I couldn't believe
what she said. What you think she said? What you remember?
It was something it was years ago. It felt like nigga.
Whatever piece you remember.
I saw you, when you hear nigga, it's a feeling. It's not, I hear other people say nigga all day, it don't bother me. I know when it bothers me. It bothered me.
Did you hear the word?
I told you, I don't remember. It felt like it. It was like 10, 15 years ago, but we had to have an argument over. So I was like, it felt like something that was that racist. It was so many things. When I first got with Lyor, the first thing he did was try to make me have a beef with another black person on his behalf. And I was like, he said, you with me, right? If you with me, then you got to go to war with me. I said, bro, I got a lot of beefs on the street. You going to go to war with me? Let's not do that. Then I asked him, how much is rich? What's a wealthy guy? You know what he told me? $600,000 after taxes. I never liked the way he would have, and again, I don't like to go off on another man. He ain't here. So, bottom line is, I don't like the way he would treat my culture still. I don't like the way he talked to the culture. There would be times that he would be saying things, and like I'd be with like Beanie Siegel or something, and he'd say something that was so offensive, unknowing, unconsciously, just demeaning. And Beanie would be ready to knock him out, and I'd have to be like, I'd have to bark on him so Beanie didn't do nothing to him. You understand? I'd be like, I got it, don't worry. Like, he was just an offensive person. What he couldn't understand about me is that I could have white people working for me. Because he thinks black people can only have black people working for him. So when I would walk in and have anybody white in my staff, he'd go to the side and go, are you okay? You let me know if they're treating you wrong.
Blink twice.
I swear to God he did that shit. Yeah, the blink twice, the napkin. He used to do it to every one of my assistants or anyone from that culture. No disrespect, but this is what he used to do. So I could go on and on and on and on and on. And also, I just think that every Batman needs a Joker, and he's that clown. So that's it. And I think everybody's scared of him, and I'm not, because of the color of his skin. And it's like he's the poster boy for why you're scared of him. You know what I mean? He's that guy to me. I just don't like how he exploits our culture. And then when he got on the radio and tried to say, who's Damon? And he actually got on the radio and said, yo, I know what they're doing, but I got to eat. How could you like a man that would do that?
I saw that interview on
So
Breakfast
then
Club.
why you don't have a problem with him? Mm-hmm. That would be my question. How could you not have a problem with that man? He's not from our culture. He eats off us all day and he makes money off our dysfunction.